To the video. Remember, it's just a subscription, not a prescription. I'm not a licensed therapist. I don't claim to be one, but I'll be here all week. I'm not going anywhere. Do do do. Y'all see me better? Is that better? I need to. All right. Can everyone see me now? Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, y'all. Like, share, and subscribe. Hey, how's everyone doing? Where's all my people at in this live? I was going to show y'all my new whip ski, my new ride that I've got. Geese are flying south for the winter right there. What's up? What's up, Buttercup? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Anybody want a reading from me today? Do you want to know your future? Would you like to know your future? I'll just sit here and wait for a few people to get in here, and then I will start the reading. I will begin the read. Remember, guys, remember to like, share, and subscribe. If y'all want a private reading from me, all my information is listed down below the description box of this. You can also, let me share this to Facebook. 1 second. My news feed. Do. 1 second, y'all. It's gonna be all right. This just in on Fox News Live. No, I'm just kidding. I'm gonna be your weather reporter. I know it says clear skies today, everyone, but I'm predicting a rainstorm and thunderstorm. That is my prediction for the day. Thank you for joining us nationwide here on Fox News. I'm your anchor, Alexis Texas. Thank you, guys. I want to thank Donald Trump. Thank you. I hope you got my $10,000 donation to your campaign, to the Red campaign. Sanjara Simony. Hi, what's up, the gamer boys? I have a question. I love you. No, you don't. You don't love me. Steve Montalban. I have a question. Why is there no channel? There's a channel. You're new here? What's up? What's up? Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, y'all. Thank you all for your subscriptions. I don't require a prescription. I'm not a licensed therapist. I don't claim to be one. If y'all want a private reading from me, all my information is listed down below the skirt. Just right there where you hit that little V sign right there, that, you know, like Captain Alexis here. It'll, nah, I don't think I am going to flip my camera. You flip your camera. Yeah, you flip your camera. Yeah, I'm not flipping mine. I don't think so. You can flip yours, though. Hello from the outside. I am beautiful. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. What did you do today? I haven't done a bunch of nothing. So, anyway, Garbutt. A Garbutt. Ben Pesa. Salute. Il dat bio Ches Vas. I don't know who Ches is, but I'm sure it's a Chester Cheeto out there. I'm so lazy. I'm very lazy. Come on, people. 21 watching, only 3 likes. Bill Meyer, the science guy, totally free. Let's help support the channel. Thanks very much. Appreciate it. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Actually, hi. How long have you been streaming for? Oh, not that long, y'all. I'm actually just sitting right outside of the jail right now, and I'm fixing to go turn myself in on my tickets that I have pending right now. That's what I'm about to do. Because if you turn yourself in right before the evening time, you get $100 right before you get booked in, and then you get $100 at midnight. So I have a few tickets that I need to sort those out. So got to make some payment arrangements. Thank you. I'll make payment arrangements in the morning, so I'll be out in the morning. Thank you, gamer boys. Do you use skincare? You're beautiful. I meant like. So you guys, donate to the channel because I'm about to turn myself in on my tickets right now. I'm like the jail is right in front of me. So if y'all love your Alexis Texas, donate to the channel, guys. It's down below the skirt right here. If y'all want to see me live tonight, donate to the channel so I can pay on my tickets and not have to do whole lot of time. You know, appreciate that. I meant like. Do you use skincare? You're beautiful. Oh, thank you. No, I don't. I'm just all natural. Subscribe. That's cool. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you for all your subscriptions. Oh, look at all these birds migrating south. What is going on? Y'all hear that? That means money's moving. It means it's going to rain tonight, too. Rain and thunderstorms tonight. Arrows pointing that way. Birds will always tell you where to go. Yep. Ooh, there's some flying right directly over me. I don't know if y'all can see that. Probably just blinded y'all. Yeah, that means money is moving, y'all. Y'all know why? Because I'm the queen. I'm the queen. I hold all your prosperity. If I'm not around, we have nothing. We have absolutely nothing with me. Without me. I bet you think this song is about you, don't you? You're so vain. I bet you think this song is about you, don't you? So I'm about to walk in this jail right here. I'm about to turn myself in on these tickets right here, right meow. So nobody will miss a thing. And then when I get out, I'm selling my house. So got that to look forward to on Monday. So Helter Skelter and I will be able to part ways. Bill Meyer, what does it say? 2 inches of ice on roads. Here nothing is moving. Trucks stop or even shut down. Did they? Oh, we had a power outage at our truck stop the other day. We did. Yeah. I don't think there is 2 inches of ice on the road. No, there's no ice around here at all, actually. Appreciate that, though, Bill Meyer. You are quite the science guy. Appreciate you. Appreciate you, Bill Meyer. I love you. Bill Meyer, marry me, Bill Meyer. Marry me. I'm going to blink twice. Marry me. So, yeah. I'm on my A game. There ain't nothing in this world that could possibly ever. I'm like I don't know what you would call it, like a ninja, like not like a ninja, but like I know all about like chi manipulation, martial arts. I'm into that sort of thing. Y'all, I actually had a accident right here. That's why I look angry when I talk, but see that? Yeah, I'm not really an angry person. I just like that. I actually had a what do you call it? A police baton go straight down the side of my head once, and so my face kind of goes like that. Iowa has ice, and I love you also. Stay safe on your vacation. I'm not going on a vacation. I'm not going anywhere. I'm staying right here. Thank you, though, Bill Meyer. Bill Meyer, I think I want to marry you. Bill Meyer. Thank you. Yeah, I'm not going anywhere till I get what's mine first. I got to get everything that's mine, and then I will. I'll think about it, It's not always easy being me, you know. Yeah, that goes. It ain't easy being sleazy. No, just kidding. I'm not sleazy, y'all. I'm not a sleazeball at all. Actually, I've actually turned over a new leaf like my whole life and everything. And I know, once you do that, when you come from, let me explain something to y'all. When y'all come from like just running amok, right? When you're a teenager, stuff like that, and you get into your adult years and you're ready to settle down and stuff like that. Um, Pretty much, your accusers, all right, your accusers, you will eventually face your accusers, okay? And anybody that ever accused you of anything, if you're living right in the exact way you're supposed to be living, okay, you can make no mistake, none. Okay, and what I do in my free time is my business. All right, it's nobody else's business to be dabbling in what I do in my free time. It's literally nobody else's business. And if I get a blessing, say for instance, I get a truckload of hot shoes on Amazon liquidation sale, like truckload of it, right? And that's a blessing for me. It's like sent down from above, or was it from somewhere up above? They come from me and you in our darkest hours. So those blessings and stuff, like the birds were just flying up there. Let me explain something to you. How abundance works, how charity works, how life works. I can actually, you know what's so crazy? Once you turn over a new leaf in your life to actually live by the laws of the land and by the book, I'm talking like exactly by the book, you can literally walk through fire. Now, you can dance and dress everything around it how you would like, right? Anybody can accuse you. So, of anything at any point in time. So, for instance, say at one point in time in your life you were a drug addict, and that was at one point in time in your life. You are still a drug addict today. You're sober, but you are still a drug addict. Okay, now that's one thing I will completely 100% vouch for, is you will forever, your character assassination will always be assassinated. And that's something you can't get back unless you take up a docket within the courts, okay? So you've got to go do everything by the books, meaning by doing that, if you turn over a new leaf and you do everything by the books, you actually are going to have to do a defamation of character lawsuit. So a lawsuit is actually the witchcraft of it all, okay? And let me explain how this happens. So, for instance, if you're being sued, you could be sued by your own family or sued for child support or anything of the such, okay? Once you have been sued in a court of law, that itself, that paperwork would be a lawsuit. It's witchcraft. And if you are falsely accused and you do not stand up to your accusers, you will forever be labeled that, okay? So if you do decide in your life that you are ready to turn over a new leaf, that's completely up to you. So it's nobody else's business, but people can sit there and defamate your character all day long. Okay, it's like, you want to call me a whore or a slut or this and that. Okay, I'm your whore. I got your whore right here all day. Alexis Texas, how you doing? I'll be your whore. And then so you start doing something like, opening a tarot channel and such and stuff. And then it's like your whole family wants to, since there's a pending lawsuit on you or something like that, it can like turn to where actually it becomes, well, you should be doing the tarot, bust into religion right there. Because what I do in my private time is on me. But if you're telling me my beliefs are wrong and you're trying to sue me in a court of law or defamate my character, that's where you kind of run into a problem. This is where they take away every Bill of Right that we have, all the way up to the First Amendment, wear a mask, right of free speech. So everything's basically ran off of a computer. If you have not stood up against your accusers for everything that they have put you through, I'm telling you right now, God is going to check the math on every single aspect in your life. So if you weren't living right or doing something right at the point in time you say, for instance, we're being sued, okay? But what I do in my own time, that's my business, unless I have affected you in some sort of way. What's up, John David Brister? How you doing? You got a Brister or what? You got a Brister? So anyway, you have to follow, you have to have a follow through. Like whenever you're going in for a free throw, right? You're gonna make the ball in the basket. You want to make sure get that spin back on there. All right, so you got to be able to spin everything back on the accusers that have, when you check them, okay, which, and this is a life rule, you're gonna check them, like you toss the ball, they check it back, you check them, you're gonna check the back to you. So when you spin it back for that free throw, you're actually going to check their credentials to see if they know what they're doing, where they're at, if they are aware of their surroundings and everything around them. So if you are falsely accused, you have to know a lot about your energies around you, and you have to know you are the only person that can write your life story or your book. So with that being said, if you are being falsely accused, someone else was writing your book for you, trying to tell your story for you, it's going to check the math on that, okay? And so what you can do when you spin that back on them is you can what do you call that, where you spin the world like up like this on your finger. And if you are completely innocent, you're going to spin that ball up on your finger, okay? And it's going to spin, 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 spin. And you're fucking unstoppable at that point, y'all. You are fucking unstoppable because you got the world spinning right here on your finger. You know, at one point in time, they thought that you... This is where love comes in, all right? The whole sport of love and what love is and how we try to learn this theme that we call LOVE. And this is where we spin it, y'all, is we think that we can just run the courtyard our whole lives with no backlash to it, all right? You can score points for your team or whatever, but when your team has turned against you and you're the last one left and you're ready to tell your story, you got to make sure you have all the facts, every aspect around you, because when you do that spin back and you're ruling the world on your finger like this, it's gonna check the math. Everyone around you, pretty much, if you've ever been to NASA Space Center and you've been in that room, or like, what is it, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, where everyone's rising to the top and they're like floating around in mid-air, it's gonna spin you right where you need to be. So this is the power of the abundance, okay? If you've been robbed at any point in time in your life, all right, for anything abundantly that you owned, right here, this is Daddy's here. Come to Daddy, I got you. So if you've ever been robbed or taken for anything in your life, and you call your accusers out, because eventually, yes, God does test you. Once you've been down the spiritual path and you've done the spiritual work, God will test you, okay, along your route, all right? If you have not completed, or if you didn't complete this task correctly, it's also going to check the workers. And I'm going to say workers because the workers are the people that are testing your spiritual status, your spiritual gangster in some sort of way, to check your credentials, if you're ready, if you're not ready. But who is it to determine when you're ready and when you're not ready? Okay, what I do in my free time, that's me, okay? And that's my business. I don't really feel like somebody should hold back my blessings and my abundance if it truly, truly belongs to me, you know, at any point in time. I don't think that's for anyone else to decide. Like, if I get a package in the mail, it has my name on it, all right? And it's a blessing from someone else. And something is wrong with the picture whenever somebody else, if someone wants to bless me with a gift, something is wrong when you can't receive that blessing. When your spiritual status is being tested like that and you're doing no wrong to anybody and you're still paying for the past mistakes, then you're having what you call a life review, and everything will be tested. Everything. It's like a computer, a world computer spinning right there on its axis. Okay, it's on axis. I mean, it's spinning right there, and it's checking everything by numbers. All right, that's how the pyramids, everything is checked by numbers. So if you didn't receive your blessings and someone else is receiving those blessings like back to back to back to back, you know, and it's all based off, say for instance, I have somebody who takes care of my daughter, right? um she takes care of, she's my daughter's caretaker. She has custody of her right now. That's a court contract. Now, where we go wrong, here is where the devil is in the details, and I'm going to explain how the devil's in the details. When you have witchcraft, which is like a court contract that is actually physically and spiritually got a hold on your body as a person, as a spirit, it is actually going to continue to hold on to all your blessings and store them away for you to have in heaven, right? Because one day you will leave this earth, and you will get to ascend to heaven. You'll have all your blessings, everything that you've ever earned. You'll have it all there. Now, there's something wrong with this picture because you're still supposed to have a life physically in the physical body here on earth. So if someone is taking your physical blessings, right, that you are supposed to be storing away for when your timing is, but someone, say for instance, the person who has my daughter, she gets all my mail. For instance, say somebody wants to bless me with a package. Somebody wants to bless me with a Christmas present, and she's receiving these blessings. She's receiving them at her doorstep. This is something that you have no actual physical, spiritual control over. What this is actually something that looks innocent and sweet in the face, right? This is somebody who you got to get down to the who is holding on to these blessings of yours. Who is receiving them? Who is holding on to them? That's the person who is actually dressed as good as you can possibly on the outside, but the inside they are the devil in disguise. That's the masked man. So you got to ask yourself, who is it that is holding on to your blessings in your life? Okay, even the birds know up above when things are shifting. Okay, and if you're being called out, if the life in the universe is calling out the universe, you've got to return this blessing at this time today. You have to return that blessing. But somebody is still not returning that blessing. That's the devil holding on to actually a soul at that point in time. So actually nothing can come to you. You can't receive any. Well, actually, if it was the devil, you would be receiving materialistic items and possessions. Don't get that twisted. So why is it that God would be holding on to somebody's blessings like that? This is quite a weird conundrum, y'all. I'm trying to figure it out because we look at the devil, and you say the devil, and you say God. Do you believe in God? Yes, I believe in God. Do you believe in the devil? Well, I don't believe in him, but I know he's there. I know he's there, and he's always there trying to trick me. So what kind of a trick is this when you have a spiritual blessing that's due for you, that somebody sends you in your name to your front doorstep? What kind of spirits are these people that think that they have the run of the muck just to inherit what is yours like that? What makes them so spiritually inclined to do this? Who gave them the authority to do that? So you really have to be careful. It almost, and this is where we go wrong in this life, is when it comes to cops and robbers. And I'm gonna tell you right here, this is where they go wrong, and where you actually have to be under a court contract of an incarceration so that they can determine those credentials for you. What you need to do is seek out a lawyer. You got to seek out a lawyer. You have to sue those people back. Defamation of character, whatever it may be, because you're not going to actually be able to move on with your life, because you will always be the culprit. Does it make sense? You will always be the culprit. You will forever and always be the drug addict. You will forever and always be labeled that guy until you call your accusers out. And you have to do that by filing a different court paperwork within the courts actually themselves. Am I making sense? So whether you got to file a defamation of character, you got to put a restraining order on somebody, you actually have to follow through with you have to have your follow through. If you're going to make that goal if you're going to reach your goal, when you spin it back, you better swish that shit, and you better have your paperwork ready. Always, always, always have your paperwork ready at any point in time for anything. If you don't have your paperwork on hand, such as, this is where we get into the policies of it, of policing and policies. So if you don't have your paperwork in hand, and they're trying to run an investigation, okay, you can't just wrongfully accuse somebody and throw them in jail because they don't have their paperwork on them, or they don't want to tell you what their name is. That's none of your business, because what I do in my sovereign time is my business. Now, the devil can dance. Did I tell y'all the devil can dance? The devil can dance all the way around you. Very much. The devil does dance around you. And he will dress everything up around you and make everything perceived to be as it's not. You know what I mean? That's how he comes in disguise, because he's going to lift everyone else around you up besides you to a point where your faith is tested. And when your faith is tested, faith without works is dead. So faith without works is dead. If you don't do the work, which I have done the work in my life, so I don't understand where this whole like altered positioning in the planetary system I've found myself. So there's that. I was gonna say I like your Jeep, but it's not his Jeep. Anyway, so when faith without works is dead, that means that we're living dead people. That means somebody has actually gone against my religious beliefs or something like that. Because if I hold the power of my crown and I can't receive my blessings, that means that the whole world is dead. So if you you allow the devil to keep dancing around one of your own, which he'll leave that 99 to get that one, and you allow the devil to continue to dance around the subject at hand, the nameless, or the subject at hand, it's going to be checking the math, and everything has to line up. So you have to be ready. This is where we have spiritual war right here. So you have to be ready to defend your works, everything. Well, I still had faith in you. I still had faith, but and it's like that joke where he's like, I sent a boat, and where he's asking God, where were you when I needed you? I sent you a boat and a car or whatever, right? I sent you a package. I sent you all these blessings. Where were you? Yeah, and you were right there the whole time. So I'm just kind of trying to understand what this is, and because I can't afford a lawyer right now, and if I'm going after defamation of character, I have to have hard evidence proof. So that's why we're supposed to journal every single day, we're supposed to be the investigators. You're now the cop. If you are ready and you've turned over that leaf, you're now the cop. And you have to think like a cop, or you have to think like a criminal, but be a cop. Okay? That's how you're going to catch everything is going to come out in the wash. Everything's going to come out in the net. All right? In the net, when you swish that shit, when you reach your goal and your potential. All right? To get that tangible blessing in your life, to actually physically have it without having obstruction of justice around you, continually nabbing it from you. So don't ever let somebody tell you your religious beliefs are wrong. Don't ever let somebody fulfill that in here within them, within a court system, in their witchcraft paperwork. Because you're going to have to stand up for your rights at that point. Until you stand up for yourself, you have to be the lion. You have to be brave. You have to have strength. You have to know where you've been. And this is the meaning of that. Knowing exactly where you have been, this is how you overcome it. knowing exactly where you have been, and knowing by following everything, all your guides, everything around you, knowing exactly where you're going with this, where you're going with your accusers, where they're going to be going, and they're all going to be subjugated to stand up and say, yeah, we did lie, or yeah, we did manipulate that paperwork, and they're going to have to backtrack on that. So if you don't physically, spiritually file the lawsuit with your subject name in the freaking thing, faith without works is dead. So here we have the zombie apocalypse. So if you have a habeas corpus against you, your body, your name, your subject name, and they brought you as a habeas corpus, which is a corpse's bride, basically. You really, really need to file some paperwork, because the person who has custody over that right of yours, or a power of attorney over that, or somebody who doesn't actually, it's all kangaroo court. It's like somebody who doesn't even actually have power of attorney, but this person will continually get to receive your blessings. And one day they're going to have to pay that back, because they're supposed to have been the teachers in our life. Okay, because nobody just leaves their child behind and never returns for them. That just don't happen. That's unheard of. So that is where they are trying to turn a civil case into a criminal case, and actually say that you're religious. That's taking away the last Bill of Rights we have, which is the right to free speech. Cover your mouth. Don't say anything. Nobody freeze. Everybody move. Pretty much. So there you have it, guys. So until the devil stops dancing around our spiritual sovereignty like that, it's going to be an ongoing battle. You will forever be labeled a no name, and then they don't know who you are. They don't, but the devil knows your name. The devil does know your name. And if you're not living right, some sort of way, and when you do get to go to heaven one day, the angel's not going to know your name. Jesus isn't going to know your name if that's the way they keep playing it. So this is like some sort of like estate thing, or estate contracts within the court system that needs to change, that needs to be fixed automatically through a quantum computer. The whole subject, noun, verb, noun, pronoun, syntax. There's nothing we can do about it, and it's going to take time to change that, because you actually have to. It's like a potter with clay. It's going to have to, because things have to, in due timing, things have to co-create together, because that's how we got here, by co-creating with the universe and other spirits and other people. Some other people's demons don't play nice with the other demons. So you got to be careful about who you bring around you into your home, who you invite in your space, your time, your energy. Like right now, for instance, say I just showed up at your house, all right, just uninvited. I didn't call you. I just knocked on the door, and I just wanted to see what you were doing. Just wanted to hang out. Maybe I say I had a couple of beers or something, and I just wanted to speak with my friends for a little while. What would be illegal about doing that? Taking up someone's time for a little while. What is wrong with that? Well, I guess you could say theoretically they're not a licensed therapist. They are not an AA therapist. They are not. They don't work with people who are incarcerated. You can be incarcerated here, you can be incarcerated here, and the devil is dancing around you. But all you want to do is just talk to somebody, talk to your friend, talk to your best friend. Who's your best friend? Jesus. Jesus is your best friend. You know his name. So while we got angels out in the outfield guiding us back home, You just got to pay attention to that. Who you let into your energy space. All right, y'all. So that's the master key that I have for y'all for today. I have not yet have extreme success. I don't have anything to glorify my fat ass about whatsoever. There's nothing beautiful about it. It's degrading. And on top of that, I do tarot. Like, who would ever thunk it, you know? But that's like the whole thing is if the devil comes in many shapes and in forms and disguises, and we're fighting the spiritual war, would we not disguise ourselves too to win the battle? So it's like it's kind of like how does they say it in the policies of the court? They say when you're accused, what do they say? In a court of law, or what is it like? What is that called? In a court of law, where you're innocent before proven guilty. That's it. Yeah, innocent before proven guilty, or guilty and you have to prove your innocence. That's all in the policy. That's where the First Amendment is. That's the last one that's left, y'all. We've already taken away every constitutional right that we have. But the reason why we still have our gun rights and everything right now, the Second Amendment right, our right to bear arms, is because the last one is still fighting to get our rights back, to get the religious beliefs back for the rest of you. But it's going to be hard. It's a hard task to do spiritually, especially when you're alone doing it, because it's infringing and all that sort of stuff. So we got to change this. We got to fix this. We all got to stand up and fight this. Because once I'm gone in this world, and once I'm really gone, and my estate is up in the courts and standing in the judge's hands like this, in his hands, and I'm no longer in this world, your rights to free speech is gone. It's done. Put a mask on. Cover your mouth. Don't say less. Which they have passed those bills straight through the legislature, but they're actually null and void in all actuality. They have no right to tell us that. So this is all policy and procedures, and the definition of incarceration, which would be it's like citing case law. You cite case law in your court paperwork and stuff like that. Like you say Smith versus the state, or versus probate, or stuff like that. You have to stand up for yourself, because everyone else is going to be caught in the net, and until you stand up for yourself and get things right, that's when you're truly living right. So then you're no longer labeled this or that, and you're able to get the tangible blessings that are due to you, and someone else isn't just getting your package at their doorstep and getting to open it and everything. Yeah. So I could tell y'all a story. It was Christmas Eve. I think the year was 2015. 2015. I was in Fort Worth, Texas. I was at a Kohl's. Let me back up my story a little bit from there. My entire life, I've been a Sabbath keeper. And in my religious beliefs of my family, where I grew up, we've never celebrated Christmas, ever. Like, not one. Like, I used to always watch my friends, like, having a tree in their house and all the lights up. I think, like, 1 year we got to put lights up, or 2 years we did. But we always had to hide it when our grandmother and stuff came over. And, like I think on New Year's Eve, we would get love presents from our parents, but I just never really cared about Christmas like that. And when I met my first husband, baby daddy, he had to show me how you celebrate it, when you're supposed to put the presents out under the tree and everything. Like, I still don't know how to do the whole elf on the shelf thing. Like, that's not my thing. I'm oblivious to it. Because we never celebrated Christmas growing up. And so it is hard for me to get that feeling or that understanding of the true meaning of what Christmas is, because now my uncle passed away, and he was a preacher of our church, and I don't go to that church anymore. I've been excommunicated from my entire family, actually, out of the Amish community. I cannot find me an Amish husband, and my dad will never give me away. I feel completely fatherless. Like, I'm telling you, like, I feel completely alone. Like, my father's there, but I guess you could say misguided in some sort of way. I mean, I would really love, like, I like the idea of Christmas. Like, I see other people's trees. I'm like, wow, it's beautiful. Like, I love the tinsel and the decorations. I love the lights. Like, I cannot get enough of it. Christmas is like my favorite holiday, but I've never gotten to celebrate it ever. And so when I had my son, his dad had to show me actually some. He's like, if this is going to be our first Christmas, he's like, let's get a real tree. So we went to the flea market in Oklahoma, and we got us a real tree that year. It smelled good. It was inside of our apartment. It was beautiful. It was a beautiful Christmas. And we just bought little presents, like what we could, like, matching blankets for his daughters, and kind of some last minute gifts, because we had been going out of town a lot. We didn't really have that much money, but I always took care of the house. I took care of the home and everyone inside of it. And I was just grateful and thankful, just to have a tree that year, I guess. Now, and my son, he celebrates Christmas. He knows, his dad came and took him from me when he was like 3 years old, 3.5 years old, I think, exactly. My son was always with me every day through the years. I was just grateful to be a mother. And I can't say I don't blame him when he came and snatched him out of his warm sleeping bed in the middle of the night. He could have done it a little bit more distastefully, the way he did it, but I'm okay with it now. It took me some time, because I was a first-time mother, It took me some time to get used to it and get over it. And it took some years. And I know that you men, if y'all say one thing wrong around a pregnant woman or after birth, it's always easy for you to leave. It is always easy, because it does get stressful, but us women do need to learn how to be more understanding of that, and not so haughty, like, in our mind's eye, or like, oh, I can hurt you this way or that way. Or, but for me, it was, he came and snatched my son in the middle of the night, and after I didn't hear from him for 6 months, he just dipped out one day. Went to go get some smokes, and I was just kidding, he never came back, no. Something like that, but yeah. And I was going to school full-time and working full-time at the East Campus College, and here where I live, and I was working out at the East Campus airport or whatever, just doing my thing, and he just dipped out one day. And I was still struggling as a single mom, and one day I took my final exams. I had 3 months left of school to get my technical degree, and I would have been done with college right there. I would have been able to move on. And I took my midterms, and I asked my mother if I could go out that night. I had student loans and all that stuff too. I had just gotten one, actually. And I asked Grandma if she could watch my son that night, please. I've been stressed out. I've been single for, I don't know where he's at, and I just felt really low within myself, because I was just going through the motions of the daily task I had to complete. Like, Where's this asshole? Nowhere to be found, you know. He went through a prior divorce with his 2 daughters, and so he was hip to the game. I wasn't. I was 20 years old, 21, and I was stupid, and I was not hip to his games. And so I asked Grandma if she could babysit that night, and yeah, it was all set up. Grandma set me up when I was working full time and going to school full time. And my cousin, who has custody of my daughter now, actually, I heard that, I still to this day don't know the whole true story of that. I heard she drove my son halfway to Fort Worth to meet with my father's dad and give my son to him. Then I heard he came into the house and I don't know the story to this day. My family won't tell me. Nobody will tell me. I'll never get the real story, though. I never will. Nobody will ever tell me the truth. So I was doing what I was supposed to have been doing at that point in time, and what I was doing in my free time was my free time choice. And I was working very hard. I had 3 months left of school. So it was like I just want to go cross-eyes with it, because after that day, I have not really gotten my life back, because I was going to school full time. And so when I called the cops, and I had a speeding ticket, and when I had called the cops to try to file an Amber Alert, because it had been 24 hours, my mom did agree to babysit, and I came home by the time she told me to come home, and I was there, and where's my son? Nowhere around. I go by, grandma's job. Where's my son? Where's my mom? Where is everyone? Go by my aunt's house. Where is everyone? Where is everyone? Everybody just completely disappeared that day. And I guess they all went out of town or went and got a hotel room during this whole setup, whatever it was. And I went nuts looking. That was my baby boy. Like, he's never left I was a first time mom. I was 23. Yeah, I was 23. I was a first time mom. And I went nuts looking for him. I've never been to jail before in my life, neither. I had never been to jail in my life. I normally pay my tickets and stuff like that, but this is where CPS and everybody just kind of ran me over completely. Like, it was right after I got that student loan too. So when I called the police to file that Amber Alert on my son, because I was freaking out. I was like, ooh, ooh. I was ballistic. I was out my goddamn mind. And when I had called the police to file an Amber Alert, they said that there was nothing that they could do for me, because he's on the birth certificate in the state of Texas. That's allowed. So there was nothing I could do. And then they're like, oh, you have these speeding tickets too, so we're gonna have to take you to jail. And so I had missed about 2 weeks worth of school, and my son was just gone at that point, no longer around. And I didn't know what the fuck to do, y'all. I quit life that day. I literally felt like I died that day. Like, you could have ripped my freaking heart out and never returned it, like, from that day on. It almost felt like that. And I had no answers. Nobody would answer me why. Nobody would answer me why. And I wouldn't even speak, y'all. My brother had just passed away. My oldest brother had just passed away. And I watched my brother die, like, in hospice for 3 days. Blind, in a wheelchair, with his legs amputated from the knees down. Like, I was fighting with my family, and I was going through, separating from my baby daddy, but I did not fucking deserve that, I really truly didn't deserve for my family to treat me like that, out of nowhere. But I guess some student loans and, me just had turned 21, I guess, probably had a lot to do with my estate and stuff, and trying to cover their ends of the promissory notes and loans. So I didn't have a fighting chance anyway, and I got attacked. But I push through it every single day. I push through it, and it's something that you don't really ever get over. It follows you everywhere, until God makes you look at the situation and realize maybe you fell off your horse a little bit and for a long time now, and it's time for you to turn over a new leaf. Now, when you're ready to do that, and people are still trying to, you're still that guy from last time. This is where we have a problem, because now you brought another child into this world, and you're still labeled that guy from last time, whatever they wanted you to be. A college dropout, a somebody who didn't fulfill their student loan. Well, I'm sorry, I was very preoccupied with your my best buddy at the time, preoccupying my time and distracting me from what was going on. I mean, I didn't know, y'all. I was a freaking belligerent, always skeptical of, well, I wasn't always just skeptical or like of my surroundings or the people or company I was keeping around me. I didn't realize that till years later down the road that it was all set up. It was all set up, and my family had turned against me. So I have tried to turn over a new leaf. I've gone around my church family and stuff there in San Antonio, but I'm just not wanted around them. So I'd rather just not even attempt to be around them, because I could say one thing wrong and it's excommunicated from the church and the family. So I do have I am kind of mouthy right now, like as I am very, very mouthy, and but I'm firm, and a lot of people think I'm cruel or I'm mean. You're welcome. You're fucking welcome that I am that cruel, because you don't want to go through what I went through. Yeah, I'm like a bulldog with that stuff, y'all. I do not want to sit there and watch you struggle or go through what I had to learn the fucking hard way, the long, roundabout, hard way. So you're welcome. Even though that's kind of preventing you from going, if you're on a spiritual path, to know the things that I know in some sort of way, then yeah, I could probably guide you in some sort of way, but faith without works is dead. So I haven't been really feeling good about myself. Like, I get dressed, brush my teeth, brush my hair every day, but and it's kind of it's funny, it's what I used to tell my brother at the nursing home. When he was 27, my mom put him in there. He had both his knees amputated or his legs amputated from the knees down, and he was blind in a wheelchair. He lost his vision, and he was only 27 years old. And he died when he was 29. And I just remember I used to when I come from Oklahoma, I would bring him a Diet 7-Up, and the nurses hated me up there because my brother would ask me for snacks every time because he was a bad diabetic and he just got his health decreased. So I always showed up with the snacks. He didn't even have to ask me. I was like, snacks, but he couldn't see me. Like, I remember the first time I went up to him, he was playing bingo with all these other old people in this nursing home, and it was the first time I realized my brother was actually blind, and my brother was actually that sick. And I did blame myself. Like, I could have been there, like, but I'll never forget when I realized he was blind. And you know me, I'm kind of goofy. Like, I just kind of ran up on him behind his wheelchair, and I was tapping him on this shoulder, and I was poking out the other shoulder, and I was like, he just like looks up like this, and like he's looking past me. He was looking straight past me, like he was like, who is it? And I was like, it's me, Todd, it's me. And he was like, he couldn't see, he couldn't tell I was crying, but it's just broke. Yeah, I haven't cried about that in a long time, but when he was looking past me, I knew that it was almost his time. And he was a good dude. Like, he was like the perfect gentleman. Like, I compare every single boyfriend that I've ever had to my brother Todd, because he definitely defined what a good man is supposed to be in your life. And there's just none that exists like him at all. None. So anyway, I wish there was, but there's not. So anyway, yeah, my mom, it was shortly after I had quit going to school. My brother had just passed away. I stopped going to school because my son was missing, and that's where I gave up right there in my life. That's where I gave up. I felt like I literally did die that day. I know I did. I felt like I did, because like, I mean, I wouldn't even speak. Like, I would not speak after my brother's funeral. Like, I just couldn't. I don't know what was wrong with my throat or like my voice. Like, I don't know, you guys. I would just sit. You could ask me any question, like, hey, what's up? And I would just shake my head like that and just pierce my lips like this, like like I couldn't even talk, y'all. I don't know what it was. I just couldn't speak. So it took me like 3 months before I could respond and stuff. My baby daddy, it would piss him off. Like, he would get mad. Like, and so he started like putting his hands on me more, and I was like a mute getting beat and isolated. So I, you know. Anyways, so I wish I could have finished my aviation engineering degree, technical degree. I only have 3 months left of that, but I did. I'm like a college dropout now, and things just escalated after that. But now I'm out here shooting free throws, and I'm spinning it back, and I've had all the time in the world to look back. I've done my time, y'all. Look, I've done my time, and I'm not the same person that I was, or where the devil was dancing around me, appearing me to be, and writing my life story for me. That's why I don't allow him to do that no more. So if I come off a little bit like, so it's almost like, what do you call that? Trimmers or triggers where you're like, or Tourette's, kind of where it's like, wow, like where you just want to like shout out like, you know, like, or say whatever. It's like having that, or it's like being a scared first time mom. Like, don't jump off that edge. Don't jump off that ledge. Like, it's like, you have to be, it's like helter skelter, kind of, almost like, it's that fear of, you know, knowing where it set you off in that point in life, and you don't wish that upon your own worst enemy. So you can't really control people or tell them what to do, but I can't get up right now. But you can surely guide them in the right directions that they need to go throughout this lifetime. And if it saves them an ass beating or something, you're a wonderful person for doing that, for sparing somebody of the misjustice and the mistreatment of your demise of something that you've once been through. So pretty sure I'll have to go here soon. I've got the devil dancing around me right now, currently trying to alter my situation once again trying to dress my life for me instead of just doing the right thing. So here we are, spiritual war. Yeah, it's not the devil, it's the actual people that wear badges, and that's the sad part, because they're supposed to be manning the gate of the churches, but I don't know. I guess I'm just in a fatherless world right now. What's up, Floyd Lawton? It's pretty dark under the tunnel, but surely if you keep pushing, you see the light at the end. Yeah, I paved the way for sure. I'm the one that is paving the this direction, actually. I'm the only one. So I don't know. I could be mad at God all day long for doing this to me, for putting me in this predicament. But it was just my job in this lifetime to do that, because without me, we'd be having the great divorce. Look at them ATVs. That looks like so much fun. I used to do that all the time. Right through my Uncle Jerry's wheat fields, cornfields. Flying in midair on a four-wheeler. It's a lot of fun. Must be my attorney looking out for me. He's a fresh attorney in a real small town. And he's good people. I'm gonna have to start advertising for him, because he's one of the last good people. Anyway, so like I was saying, y'all, but I've been through so much shit since then that these monsters do not scare me anymore. I have zero fear to it. I'm very knowledgeable. I know the direction of the light. I should have probably never lost my light in this tunnel, but you know, it was just the devil dancing around me at that point in time in my life. But it's now reversed its role, where I have to put on all my armor and get it all back, and that's gonna be up to me to do that. Anyway, if y'all want to donate to the channel for a private reading, I'm getting to my tarot cards right now. They're only $25 if you want one. Or we could do it the right way, and y'all could just give me my shit back the legal way. All right? So I'm going to have to call my attorney there in Spearman and have him start working my case, my defamation of character case and everything. It's Saturday, though. I don't know if he works on Saturday. On Saturn day. We'll have to find out. Alright, y'all. Like, share, subscribe. I'm here. I'm not going anywhere. I'm not moving. I'm not selling. I'm not. You better have a warrant if you're coming through that door. And you can dance all day long, but you can't dance with the best. Okay, ATF? All right, there you go. Y'all have a good rest of y'all's day. Stay sexy.